Alright, seems like not too much has changed. Every now and again we see a leopard head, and I'm sure if you look a bit more towards the right hand side, then you'll be able to see some spots moving around. So, the leopard and the hyena, they haven't stopped feeding, and I'm sure it's a game of time. They've got to eat as much as they can, as quickly as possible, before anybody else comes around. The other leopard, and again I say the one that made the kill, that we're not entirely sure who it was, is not, or we haven't been able to spot it yet. So that still remains a bit of a mystery. But my goodness, what an exciting afternoon we ended up having. Hello, hyena. Looks like an older hyena, potentially as well a male, with very torn ears. Seems like it's missing quite a big part of his right ear. You can see the movement there of the leopard just through all those branches. Unfortunately, guys, there's no way for us to move around or try to get a bit of a different view. Like I said, they are on a property on a southern boundary. So we've actually been very lucky that we were here at the same time as the other station when this leopard brought down this impala. So amazing times, but like I said, let's just patiently wait. We'll wait here and see what happens, because there's a 50-50 chance that they might either carry on going inside of that property or they might come back onto the road. So surprising though to see Hosanna. Sorry, Megan, there was a bit of an interference. Can you repeat the question, please? And Kiki Beth, you're wondering if this hyena, or you're commenting that perhaps this hyena would have already made a call if it were waiting for other hyenas to come around. Yes and no. So if it's something big, then likely hyenas will try to get assistance from other hyenas, but just an impala, it's a great meal for one hyena. So I think this one is actually just being greedy, or just actually being smart and doesn't want to share it with anybody else. That's why it keeps raising its head, just making sure that there's nothing else that's coming onto this particular area, or why it hasn't made any calls to get anyone else to come onto this area. Now and again I hear the leopard growling. I think perhaps when the hyena gets too close to it. Sucker Dash, you're wondering roughly how many kills would a leopard make in a week? Well, it depends. They don't have to eat every day, and sometimes when they do manage to get a very good meal, like let's say a fully grown impala, they can go without food for a few days, because they'll have about... You see another one sneaking in. Ooh. Okay, good. Oh my god, are they both going to start pulling? Yes, no, I see both the leopards in the frame. But like, I wonder if it's not actually three. Because I see one tail, perhaps it's the tail, and I'm just getting super excited and believe that all of the leopards in the Sawi-san are right here. My god. So interesting. Right, I know this is quite tough, and we can't really see all that way from here, but if anyone manages to identify these leopards, just please feel more than free to send them through using the hashtag SafariLIVE. It would be quite interesting to find out who's here, and I have a strong feeling that this... hello? That this leopard is the one that actually made the kill. Oh god. Try to go... So close to this hyena. This is such an unusual sighting, and perhaps the camera doesn't reflect it, but they're pretty much next to each other. So there's not a very big gap in between all these leopards. I think maybe half a meter in between all of them. This is so unusual. Now I wonder who you are. So we've had a... wow. I don't even know what to say. Alright, I am hoping that this leopard that's closer to us, that it will eventually move a little bit. Pause, you're asking if we think that perhaps this hyena knows that it's a young leopard and that's why it's feeding close to it or not, pushing it away. Very likely, I reckon an older leopard, something like Tingana or perhaps Quarantine or Mr. Anderson, they would have been a lot more aggressive towards this hyena than what these two leopards have been. So I think it's probably got a fair idea that it's not facing one of the most, or one of the biggest leopards that there are around here. But it's been highly unusual. I think that's Hosanna at the back still pulling at the carcass. And then this other, I think it's a female, but again, I can't, it's hard to tell. Perhaps Tandy? I'm not sure. I'm going down. Mauricio, you say the leopard looks very small alongside the hyena. Yes, leopards are in general smaller than hyenas, and in this case it's a fully grown, what we think, male hyena, and then the two, or well, one young leopard that we know of. Yeah, Andrew, visuals about 1 out of 5 from this side, from Gary, Maine. Whew. Okay, there's a leopard moving. Perhaps. Such an unusual sight. It could very well be that this is Hosanna and Shangila just pulling onto the... There we go. Oh, no! Come onto an easier spot. Carry on. Alright, guys. Who is this? Stop moving. Alright. Oh, okay. Let's... I'm gonna see if maybe I can have another look. Alright, let's see if we can figure out who this is. I am so excited that I feel like I need to be quieter because otherwise I'm gonna start screaming. I think it's there. Along. So back or forth? Okay, Craig from the vantage point can see it, so hopefully we'll be able to... Okay, just let me know where, because I can't... I think I see it, but I'm not sure if it's a leopard or a tree. Like... Okay. Alright, let me just go forward. Okay. Okay, you can see the white from the tail. Then can I back a little bit? Okay, sorry guys, we're just trying to find a bit of a different view. Is that enough or more?
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Alright, we're gonna give it a bash and see if perhaps we can see it from here, because Craig says you can just see the white tail. It's a bit of a tricky one. They're not making this easy on us, are they? Alright, let's maybe go forward. And then we'll see maybe if we can get a view like behind this bush. I see it there through the gap. Okay, you just keep your head up so we can figure out who you are. Okay, the head is in there. I know this. There we go. Turn around. No. All right, back we go. Luckily, I've got no better place to be right now than where we are right now. So even if we have to do a back and forth Ferrari, it'll be so worth it. Now, apparently, according to the other guy, this particular leopard was feeding on the lungs of the impala. Come on, Wendy, you can do this. You can just see the hyena. Okay, and now we see a vehicle. Alright, maybe the guys are... It's very confusing to try and figure out who's who. The one that I'm pretty sure that we saw, there it is. One of them was definitely Hosanna because we saw him out here. You see, just look for movement. She's gonna come into this open gap here, or it, I don't really know what it is yet. But it's very hard to try and figure out who it is because it's very thick around this area, and the other guys are not 100% sure what it was because they say they're not too familiar with the leopards in this particular part of the reserve. Because I did try to ask them and see if maybe they knew who it was, but somebody said Tandi and Tamba, but we already know one of them is not Tamba, it's Hosanna. So I'm not sure. I can't see this leopard anymore. Paula, you're saying that this leopard is really playing hard to get. It is, but I feel like that's what all leopards do, but that's why it's so much cooler when we do get to see them. There are some mud wallows behind us, so I want to see if perhaps we get lucky with the... There we go. Is it just a hyena or is there a leopard as well? Yeah. I can just see the hyena feeding as well. Korean family, you're wondering if the hyena's not full by now. Clearly not. I think maybe there's some space for dessert, so maybe that's why it's carry on feeding. Now I want to keep an eye out here for... There are a lot of water holes around here, so maybe if these leopards get thirsty, they could come onto our side. There's quite a lot... Yeah, there's quite a... Yeah. Alright, then this leopard is... this hyena's not making it easier for us. I just want to maybe try with the spotlight quickly. Just seeing if we can see the other one that was here. And see if maybe we can get another view of this leopards here. There it is. So we've got one of the leopards there. Now I'm so confused, I can barely tell who's who and what's happening. Now I'm not great with the side patterns. It does. So Craig here is voting for Shongile. I think it is her, but I could... Very full belly though. I can hear some bun crunching. I think the other one is probably still at the same spot. Let me just go forward and go back to our good old spot. I don't know if... I think I can see a leopard at the back, Craig. Right there, like right behind that vehicle. I don't know what they're looking at, but they're not looking at the leopard. Oh no, it's a hyena. It's another one. Or is this one the one that moved? Maybe we've had another hyena join the party. I can't see now. Perhaps this is where the leopard was going. James, you say that you think that that female is Tundi. I think that is definitely a good possibility because it looks a bit big to be Shongile. Shongile is quite a small leopard still, or at least in comparison to some other ones. I see some eyes in the distance, but I think it's the hyena. What a puzzle of leopards have we got ourselves into today. Now I think maybe I'm gonna have to go back and check some more spot patterns. Now we can hear the crunching of the bones just on the other side, but it's quite hard to try and spot them from this side. And like I said, I am hoping that they're gonna come onto the pan for a bit of a drink, and Twin Dems is right 50 meters away from them at most, so we're really hoping that the guys are gonna get thirsty and maybe come around here. But I think the leopards have unfortunately moved a little bit further into the road and making it a bit more complicated for us to see. But let's stick around. Who knows, like, we've been so lucky already that there's no point in leaving. We want to know who's who and what's been happening. Sorry, there's a vehicle here. We're just letting them know that they can go past. No, I think there was a hyena there. I'm not too sure where we can try and go to make this easier, because the guys, if they are there, they are clearly looking at the leopards. So let me just see if maybe we can get lucky. Tandi and Hosanna, maybe it was Tandi and Tamba? Hosanna and Tandi? I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go back and just go look through all the different screenshots to try and see what's been happening. I definitely, when I get too excited, I can't think. Is that a leopard there? No, that's a tree. That looks very much like a leopard. I am so upset with that tree. I want to see maybe if I put on my binoculars and look into where the guys are looking at. Whew. Not easy. Right, I shall try once more. Alright. Come! Come, little leopards. Sally from Oregon, you're wondering if Tandi wouldn't be more aggressive. Well, she would if this was Hosanna, not Tamba, or there's a hyena taking the kill away. And there's, okay, Craig, there's the one leopard that's gonna come. Do you see this gap? It's just on the left hand side. Okay, go to where the light is shining the brightest, right there. No, no, leopard, don't move. Okay, hang on. Sorry, it just went behind a bush. Alright. Alright, let's just sit tight here. We've got a very good chance of this leopard coming back. So yes, normally Tandy wouldn't willingly share her kills with any other leopard. I think perhaps what happened is that she got also taken by surprise. Not only was there another leopard there, but there was also a hyena, so perhaps she was a bit startled and tired. Okay, seems like Craig has managed to see them again. I feel like we are stalking leopards now, for once. Okay, there's a hyena feeding. Yeah. Nancy, you're saying that the leopards blend in so well that they could be anywhere. Well, definitely. That's why. Okay, just look where you are to the right. Sorry, I'm gonna go slightly forward. That's the face of the other leopard. There we go. It's coming up. Okay, come on, leopard. So yes, they blend in perfectly well. I mean, look at this. If it wasn't because we knew there was leopards here already, and because we knew where to look for, and the movement is normally what gives them away, then we wouldn't even see them. Now, I think this particular leopard is stalking that hyena. It seems to have taken an approach, and I think it's going to try and steal back some of the kill. There we go. The leopard is approaching. Hyena is running. Okay, hyena, carry on coming this way, because then you'll bring us the leopard. I think the leopard is perhaps eating some of the scraps of what the hyena has managed to move around. Okay, we're gonna switch to IR, to the infrared, see if perhaps it works a little bit better, if it gives us more clarity as to what's happening. It's almost like a thermal camera. I think maybe the other one is gonna work slightly better for now. Crazy. Ah, there's the other leopard, Craig. Yes, so, okay. You see. Alright, there's the other leopard. Now, I'm very confused. I don't know which one's which. The hyena running around. And there's a leopard lying down. Okay, no, you're standing up once more. I'm just afraid of moving because they might come in this particular direction, so I don't want to spook them. And I just want to... Okay, whoever it is, it's a full-bellied leopard. That we know, looking very full. Now, I can't see your face, but you've had a very good meal. So amazing. Alright, I just want to see, I think, there we go, there it's coming. Picking up some more scraps of what's been left behind by the hyena. Okay, so it seems like the hyena has left the kill. Yeah, there's a hyena here, and I think it's the same one. And the leopards are at the back, the two of them. Now I wonder if it's the same hyena? Yes, it is the same hyena, also with a very full belly. I wonder where you left the rest of the kill. Right, there's a leopard running at the back. Okay. Let me try going back. Perhaps if I go back. Come, little leopard. I can't see it anymore. Alright, sorry guys, I can't see it anymore. I just saw it carry on in that general direction, so I'm sure it's still running around there. But I mean, there's another leopard somewhere around here that we can carry on waiting for. Seems like, by what I can hear from the guys over the radio, that there was another hyena on the other side, so definitely 2 hyenas and 2 leopards.
See something moving over here.
Where? This one?
Slightly more to your left. Yeah,
I think that's a hyena. Right, one of the hyenas. Perhaps one of the leopards is still around there. So definitely one of the leopards is still here, and the other one, I think, is just slowly... There's a leopard now?
Yeah, that is a leopard.
Yeah. Alright, let me just go slightly back, because I think it's gonna come, and if we're slightly here, then we'll be able to get a view as it moves onto this area, which I hope that it's gonna do, because it definitely seemed like that's the direction that it wanted to go into. Come on, leopard. There, I think it's there. I don't know. I could be wishfully thinking leopards. No, like roughly where you are. That's where I thought there was a leopard, but I think maybe I'm making it up now. There are just leopards everywhere. Is that
the hyena slightly to your left? Slightly to your left? The hyena.
Yeah, that's a hyena. Kathy, you're wondering why both leopards are not trying to chase a hyena away. Likely the leopards are not related. And probably the hyena has already claimed itself as the victorious one, running around with a bigger part of the kill. And it's I think that what we've seen today is quite strange, and it's a bit more puzzling even because we don't really know. There's a leopard at the back, right? Walking. I think it's a leopard. There we go. Because we don't know how closely related they are. Whew. Off it went. So it is. I think we've seen some. I'm actually running out of loss of words. I think we've seen something that's very, very unusual. I don't think it was Shangile. Perhaps it was something. I'm a bit more inclined to say that it was an adult female. And we saw Hosanna coming around and then just trying to pull the kill from this hyena, and then the hyena and both of them feeding off the carcass, and then at one point they were all so close to each other, which is highly unusual. I mean, everything we've seen this afternoon, we just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and it's been incredible. I mean, wow, it's been a proper puzzle of leopards this afternoon. Now, I'm still hoping that one of them might come our way. I think, however, that both of them have moved into thicker vegetation. But my goodness, what a... There it is. Oh, I just saw the eyes. Now it's funny because this leopard seems to be following the other leopard. Crazy. Okay, come, little leopard. Come in this way. Sorry guys, we've just got a vehicle passing by and I don't want to blind anyone. You can come this side. How's it, service? Hello, Sips.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Yeah. Yes, we are.
What's your name?
Ali.
Okay, well.
Cool, we shared a sighting, guys, a very special one. Alright. Seems like the leopards are definitely gone. I just see the vehicle lights for the rest of the people that have carried on driving far away from us. So you see them all the way in the distance, and unfortunately we can't follow in that direction. Holly, you're saying that all we need is Tingana to show up. I think if that happened, I would die of a heart attack, so I don't know if I can take it. my goodness, what an incredible sighting this was. I think this has been just so unusual in terms of behavior, and the hyenas and the leopards and the pulling and the pushing, and it's just been wonderful. I think, guys, we got very, very lucky today, incredibly lucky, just to see the mystery of what happens around Baboon Pan. This, well, you see, we set up with very little expectations, and this was great. Vambo girl, you say my lucky beans are back. I don't know what it was, but I'm just gonna thank all the stars and everything that allowed us to have such an incredible sighting. This was unreal. It was great. It really was. But I think now we're gonna start getting away from this sighting. It was an incredible sighting, and unfortunately the leopards, I can still see the lights of the vehicle carrying further west into the thickets, so I don't think we're gonna be able to have another glimpse, but we'll definitely know where to come and look for them tomorrow. Hopefully they'll come back, because that was so unusual, and hopefully we'll be able to see some of the photos on social media, so fingers crossed, and then we'll be able to kind of figure out who's been here and what's been happening, because I just think it's all been very confusing. I do think